We hadn't talked for a year. Suddenly my dad wrote me, "Let's forget our grievances, come to dinner." I came. There were tears, laughter, hugs. "We miss you," my sister said. Then I accidentally opened their family chat. Okay, he believed me. The next step is to re-register the house. I smiled and said nothing. After 3 weeks, karma hit hard. They begged me nonstop, "Please help." We hadn't talked in over a year, no texts, no birthdays, no holidays. The silence started after I bought the house. It was a 4-bedroom just outside of Charlotte, my first real home after years of grinding. I didn't ask anyone for help, I didn't even tell them at first. I'd been keeping my distance, especially from my mom. She could be intense, controlling, the kind of person who remembered everything she did for you and expected it all paid back with interest. The moment she found out about the house, she assumed it meant I was finally going to bring the family together again. She called it a blessing for everyone. I told her it was mine. I told her I needed it for myself. That didn't go over well. Things were said. She told me I was selfish. My dad backed her. Ellie didn't say much, but she didn't defend me either. And just like that, I was gone, cut them off, not out of hate, but because I needed peace. Then, out of nowhere, almost exactly a year later, my dad texted, "Let's forget our grievances, come to dinner." No emojis, no guilt trip, just that. I stared at it for a long time. I didn't trust it, but I showed up anyway. I don't even know why. Maybe part of me missed something, or maybe I just wanted to see what they really wanted. When I pulled up to the old house, nothing had changed, same paint peeling off the porch, same dead rose bush by the steps. But inside, it was like stepping into a memory. My dad hugged me right at the door. Ellie ran over, squeezed me like she hadn't seen me in 10 years. Even my mom, who once said I was turning my back on everything that mattered, smiled and kissed my cheek. Dinner was already on the table. Chicken, mac and cheese, green beans, the exact meal she always made when she wanted something. I noticed that. We sat, we ate, we talked like none of us had thrown verbal grenades a year ago. They laughed at my stories. My dad asked about the house, how I was settling in, what kind of neighbors I had. Ellie said she wanted to visit sometime soon. My mom dropped little comments about how this family belongs together and how big houses shouldn't sit empty. I played along, smiled, nodded. When I got up to use the bathroom, I noticed my phone had automatically connected to their Wi-Fi. I hadn't been there in a year, but the settings were still saved. I opened WhatsApp, checking a message from a friend, and then somehow I tapped into something else, their family group chat, not the one with me in it, the one without me. It was open. Maybe Ellie had used my phone once and it stayed logged in. Maybe it was a glitch. Either way, I was in. I didn't even have to scroll far. Okay, he believed me. The next step is to re-register the house. I kept reading. There were messages from all 3 of them, plotting, discussing how to soften me up, how to get in the door. My mom even joked about how gullible I could be. That part hit harder than I expected. I sat there, phone in hand, just staring at the thread. They missed me, sure, but not because they loved me. They missed the idea of free space, of taking over something they didn't earn. The dinner, the hugs, the fake peace, all part of a plan. I put the phone down and walked back to the table. Smiled. Helped clear dishes. Hugged them one more time at the door. I didn't say a word about what I saw, but in my head, something had already clicked. If they wanted a game, I could play too, just not the one they thought. After I saw that message in their family chat, I didn't confront anyone. That would have been too easy for them. I figured if they were planning something this layered, they'd expect a reaction. They were probably even counting on it, a confrontation, a fallout, maybe even another blow-up that they could twist around and use against me later. So I gave them the opposite. I texted Ellie the next morning, told her dinner was great, that I was glad we were reconnecting. She responded instantly, said she was just telling mom how happy she was that I came. Then she asked if I'd be okay with coming by next weekend to help dad move an old couch. I said, sure. Then I offered something else, told her maybe next time they could come over to my place, that I'd cook something nice. Her reply came so fast I wondered if she was waiting by the phone. Yes. I miss your kitchen lol. Mom said your house looks amazing. That weekend, I let them in, all 3 of them. My mom walked through the front door like she owned the place. Her eyes scanned every corner, every piece of furniture, every wall color. She didn't even try to be subtle. I caught her opening closets, checking cabinets, even asking questions like, why did you buy this table? But what she was really doing was sizing the place up. My dad complimented the layout, said things like, this would be perfect for family game nights, and sat on the couch like it was already his. Ellie took pictures, said she wanted to remember it, then asked me if the guest room was set up yet. I said it was. I even let her take a look. That's when the game really started. Over the next 3 weeks, they kept coming over, first just for lunch, then for dinner, then they started showing up with little things, a bag of groceries, a toolbox, even some throw pillows my mom said would go great with the color of the sofa. I let it happen, smiled, gave them coffee, played the forgiving son. They started talking to me like I was slowly becoming part of their plan again. My mom said things like, it's so good to have the family together. My dad asked about the locks, if I ever considered changing them just to be safe. Ellie said her bedroom at home felt too small now and joked that my guest room was calling her name. I kept pretending to miss the subtext. Then the conversation shifted. One afternoon, my dad mentioned that with how uncertain the economy was, maybe I should think about securing the house for the long term. He brought up the idea of a trust, said putting the property in a family trust would keep everyone safe. My mom jumped in right away, said a trust would also make sure no one ever tried to take the house from you. I nodded slowly, like I was considering it. Later that night, I searched every legal scenario they could be trying to exploit. I already had a lawyer lined up, a friend of mine from college who owed me a favor. She explained exactly what they were probably going for. Step 1. Establish residency by receiving mail, leaving belongings, and making themselves visible in the neighborhood. Step 2. Suggest forming a family trust or having me sign over co-ownership under the guise of protecting the house. Step 3. Once inside the system, make legal moves, claims, disputes. If it got messy enough, I'd either lose control of the house or get stuck in court for years. They'd studied this, but what they didn't know was I was studying them too. Every visit, every comment, every item they brought over, I logged it, took photos, saved messages, recorded their suggestions, their jokes about who'd take which room, even the moment my mom mentioned maybe transferring some of their mail to my address just until they get back on their feet.